Where are all my players? I don't have a team. What am I ever gonna do? Well, it's a good thing I have over 100 million virtual. Wait a minute. Where the hell are my coins? Once again, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Another squad building video from scratch. Got 25 million coins. If you know, I know you guys always have questions about what I do with my coins, how I get my coins. Well, you're in luck. My channel really revolves around the market, so other videos I do release are really predicated on how to make coins in this game. But don't worry about where my coins are at, where they're invested at. We're here to build a team. But before we do that, one thing to note, we do have some predetermined players for our team that we really can't change out. The first one being brand new 99 overall Ken Stabler. He is going to be our quarterback, and the word on the street in the Madden community is this dude is him. He is supposedly the best quarterback in the game. Ability-wise, he gets a disgusting stack of Fearless, Hot Route Master, Set Feed Lead, and Gunslinger for 3 AP. Plus, he has that Slinger 3 release, which is arguably the best quarterback release in the game. The other thing I went and did before we're going to go and buy out all these players is I did do the 99 overall left tackle John Madden instead. And in the two players, because I wanted to just make the video as exciting as possible, I chose Justin Tucker and I chose Tommy Townsend as the BNDs, and those will be our kicker and punter for our team. So let's get right into things. You guys know how we like to do stuff. We're going to start on the defensive side of the football at left end. We got a few options. Of course, team of the year just released Max Crosby, Brian Burns, but I never got to use the JJ Watt card. Now, some people will argue that the Milkman JJ Watt is better than this card because of the X Factor, but I don't care. I'm going to take him. 98 overall, tribute version of JJ Watt. Gets that legend again because he is retiree. He's retired now. So we'll pop that legend. I don't know exactly the direction I want to go with this team. If it's going to be a legend theme team, if it's going to be a team of the year theme team, don't really know exactly yet. We'll get to that once we get the players in our lineup. At right end, I'm mostly going to be going for 98 overall options, but there are a few 97 overall cards I have in mind. Myles Garrett, Cam Hayward, both solid, but Nick Bosa, it's pretty much those cards, but he has +2 speed. I want to say he does have 95 speed on his card. Yeah, 95 speed, and I know he gets edge threat elite, and I want to say unpredictable or double or nothing for 1 AP combination. So that is always good. Abilities run this game. If you weren't building your team around abilities, then you're just doing it completely wrong. I don't want to build my team around abilities, but that's kind of what Madden has forced me to do because that's how the game is played. That's how you design your lineup. And yes, probably I could be doing the sets for a little bit cheaper when it comes to these cards, but yeah, we're gonna roll. We're just buying them on the auction house just to save time and make the video more of a efficient video. Defensive tackle, we only have one option, at least for team of the year, and Chris Jones, man, really good player IRL. I'm a Chiefs fan, of course. I love Chris Jones, but I did feel like his card got a little bit screwed over stat-wise. Only 87 speed. I would like to see a little bit higher speed on Chris Jones because we get D tackles every week with 90+ speed. So 87 speed, I feel like is a little bit disrespectful to a player that had over 15+ sacks. You would say easily the best defensive tackle in the league, other than Aaron Donald, interior defensive lineman that is. So maybe a little bit higher speed, just make his card more meta in game. But we do need one other defensive tackle, and this one might be a little bit of a shocker because this card doesn't have, again, really good speed. But Haloti Ngata, I was running this card before I sold my team, and he was playing actually really well for me. He's not the fastest, but good. I think he has inside stuff for 0 AP. So Haloti Ngata, he's going to be our other defensive tackle. Moving on to left outside linebacker, we really only have one option for the 98 overall. That would have to be Hassan Reddick. Now, these players really aren't going to play in games, so it doesn't matter. They're strictly overall purposes, I guess, in the line. Now, Bruce Irvin would be a cool option. I never got to use that card, but I guess I'll just go with Hassan Reddick, the easy way out. 841k. Let me know what team of the year players you guys think are must-haves for your team. Yes, these cards are definitely expensive, but we see a team of the year reroll added to the game. I think there's a decent chance, and yes, if that does happen, these purchases will look a little bit out of the blue. Not out of the blue, just overpriced. That's the best way I could put it, because they'll probably be 100, 200, 300k cheaper. And then right outside linebacker, no questions asked. This is a card I wanted when I first saw this card. Got revealed. Micah Parsons, 98 overall. I never really got to use the 94 overall all Madden Micah Parsons when that card came out. I was I'm not really playing the game online, gameplay-wise, when that card dropped. So I sold my team and I just was liquid in coins. So excited to use a Micah Parsons card in its prime for the game. Probably going to have him be one of my pass rushers in-game without a doubt. In the middle linebacker here, we're just going right into it. Give me Fred Warner. The card already got bought out, but 533K. Not going to play in-game, but looks pretty in the lineup, right? The gold 99 overall. Don't really know. I guess the middle linebacker voting, there wasn't really anybody to vote but Fred Warner, so I guess that's why he got the most votes altogether. But yeah, he's a 99 overall. I wouldn't really say he's probably going to hold his price. There's a lot of Fred Warners because you can get him from a bundle in the store. So, just little investment tip. I'm not really looking towards Fred Warner. And then for the other middle linebacker, I do have a BND Ray Lewis in my binder. You know what? I'm actually just going to rock with the BND Ray Lewis. There he is right there. Just imagine me buying his card. I have a BND version from the Patrick Mahomes set that I did about a month ago. Or I could go with Junior Seau. I have a Junior Seau also in my binder. That was kind of a failed investment. But I could roll with... I'll probably roll with those two as my middle linebacker. So just imagine we're picking up Ray Lewis and Junior Seau. They aren't going to play in-game, but, they're going to be in the lineup. Now on to defensive back. This is where things start to get interesting. And there's really only 197 overall defensive back I want. I haven't made my decision yet on who I really want. I mean, it would be D'Angelo Hall, but there's just a few better corners that get the same abilities that are now 98 and, 99 overall. So the first thing I want to do, actually, is go out and get the Darius Slay. I'm hoping there's one on the auction house. 2.88 mil. That is a hefty price tag, but I think it's warranted, right? This card is very hard to obtain through sets, right? You gotta have all the team affinity tokens. You can only do the set once. You can treat this Darius Slay on the market kind of like how the Team Diamond John Elway was, where it felt like every single promo that dropped, John Elway would like crash down in price when he was around 3 mil. He'd crash down to 2 mil because everyone would be panicking and be like, oh, there's a new better quarterback than John Elway. And then people would realize, oh, John Elway is still the best quarterback, and then he would rise back up to 3 mil. We've kind of seen that with Darius Slay. I think he went down to 2 mil when they announced the Team of the Year cards. And then, people realized he was still the best corner in the game. And, yeah, he shot right back up to about 3 mil. But I'm okay with paying that price tag. The other corner that I do want, because he gets the abilities that I use in game. I run a zone-oriented scheme, and I love having deep out zone KO, flat zone KO, and pick artists for a combination of 2 AP, and Jalen Ramsey hits those for his ability. So it's strictly based on ability purposes for Jalen Ramsey. So Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay will play my 2 outside corners. My 2 slot corners, I really can go with anybody. I guess the most important thing would be speed on the card. They're just going to have pick artists for 0 AP. I'm not going to have any zone abilities on them or man abilities, so it doesn't really matter. And you know what? Since the card, has 98 speed, I never really got to use his honors card that much, at least on my team. It was a weird card again, because Sauce Gardner, while he is the best man-to-man corner in the game, just doesn't get the zone ability, so I don't really use him in a way where you can really showcase his abilities and potential on the field, because he's just blitzing for the most part in dollar. Even in nickel, I would say, if I'm blitzing my slot corner, he's going to be blitzing. The other cornerback, it's either between, I guess you could say, Patrick Surtain, Jair Alexander, and Marlon Humphrey. Now, I'm not going to go with Jair Alexander because he gets 97 speed, which is kind of weird. I would have thought he would have probably been one of the faster corners, 97 speed, 5'10". He does get bench press for 0 AP. I wonder how that is going to play in game. So it's between Marlon Humphrey and Patrick Surtain. Both have 98 speed. Shoot, should we just go for like hit power, see which one has the most hit power? I don't know exactly. 83 hit power for Patrick Surtain. Let's see what Marlon Humphrey is. Whichever one has more hit power, that is Jalen Ramsey. Little mistake. It's late. It's late. I always make these videos, and it's probably not a great time. Like, I'm making these videos at midnight, so this isn't the best time to buy a team, of course. I probably should have bought this team earlier today, but that is what it is. 94 hit power. So let's go with Marlon Humphrey. He will be our fourth and final corner, and he will be playing in the slot. For safeties, this is going to be a no-brainer. This is the card, in my opinion, the best Team of the Year card that I think has the most longevity other than offensive lineman. When I first saw this card, 98 speed, Derwin James, 6'2". You really can play him at a multitude of positions. Like, you could user him. You could also play him as a deep free safety, CPU controlled. You could also throw him at corner or even slot corner, in my opinion. He's that good of a card. He has the man in the zone to play all positions in the defensive backfield. So we're going to pick him up. I don't know exactly if I'm going to user him or if I'm going to put him at a deep safety. I feel like if I user him, I'm almost wasting his just greatness of his card, because you really want to have a great CPU controlled safety, sorry. And then I think I'm gonna go with Mika Fitzpatrick, at least for one of my 2 CPU controlled safeties. So I guess we'll say this: Mika Fitzpatrick and Derwin James will be my CPU controlled safeties. Now we need 2 users, and really that just comes down to speed, height, and change of direction. Having to dip into the 96, 97 overall pool. Now, Brian Dawkins was like one of my favorite cards. He gets that Enforcer for 0 AP, but I used that card for so long, I kind of want to try out something else. Leon Sandcastle's not a bad option. I guess I could user Derwin and put Leon Sandcastle on the back end. We could do that. Marcus Williams. That Marcus Williams is 600k. Jeez, I did not think he was going to open that price. I guess we'll get Leon Sandcastle. I don't know exactly if I'm going to use him. He has 98 speed, so he's gonna feel really fast as a user. I think his tackling also is not bad on this card. We can check it here, but you know, like most Deion Sanders cards aren't that good tackling wise, and that kind of hinders them altogether. What does he got? Yeah, he's got good enough tackling. 80 tackling as a user. We probably can throw on, I don't know the exact abilities for him. As a user, if he gets secure tackler for 1 AP, we could always use that to counter the quad father. But I guess that could be one of our 2 users. Potentially, I don't know exactly how I'm going to line up these safeties in game yet. Let's go check out strong safety. Man, even the 95 overall MCS Derwin, if you can't afford the 98 overall Derwin, is still a very, very good card in game. Buda Baker is a little bit short. If he was 6'1", 6'2", I think I would roll with him. Kirby Joseph. Ronnie Harrison has played amazing for me. No bad complaints, no bad words, vibes of that card whatsoever. Jalen Petry's an interesting option because I think he's pretty tall. I want to say he has 97 speed. Not a name you would normally think would have, you know, a meta card in the game, a rookie. 463k is not that bad for a 97 rising star. Yeah, 97 speed. Oh, he is 5'11", so height-wise, he's a little bit... Damn, all these safeties are really short. I'm kind of in a pickle here. I don't know who to use. Harrison Smith, maybe? 96 speed. I think he's 6'1", 6'2". C.J. Johnson. Like, if I'm just going to go safety, I might as well just go Buda Baker. He's 5'11" or 5'10", also got the speed. Let me see what Buda Baker's height is. Real rookie. If he's 6 foot, I think I'm going to pick him up. Yeah, he's 5'10", even shorter than Jalen Petry. I am in a pickle. I don't know who I want to go with. I can go with a little more speed, but have the safety be shorter, or I can go for height, like for Cromwell, but be a little bit slower with 96 speed. Justin Reed is a little bit outdated for me. Man, I really don't know where. What's Kirby Joseph? What does he have? I want to see his 97 speed 6'1". Is Kirby Joseph our guy? I think he is. You know, I would say I'm a little bit of a Lions bandwagon. I always find myself rooting for the Lions, even though I'm a Chiefs fan. The Lions is just a rootable team. You always want them to win, it feels like. I love Jared Goff, so let's go out and get Kirby Joseph, man. We'll give him a run at safety. Of course, I'm only going to buy this card. We're going to get 1 or 2 Ultimate Legend safeties later this week. But Kirby Joseph, man, welcome to the team. You are going to be one of our 2 users. Moving over to the offensive side of the football. Remember, we have the 99 overall John Madden left tackle. I'm going to have some other players, of course, at backups, like a Teron Armstead that gets the AKA boost for my team. My entire team, when I show the final lineup, is going to be definitely a lot different because I'll have backups in, I'll have my chemistries and all that. So we have to wait for that. But let's just go through the offensive line real quick. I think you know. Okay, I guess we'll come back to Quentin Nelson. Might have to buy him off the video because I'm really not going to pay 1.8 mil for that card. Now, center-wise, I think John Madden gets threat detector. So I think Kels would be the better center. I guess Chiefs theme team maybe. But yeah, let's just go get we'll get Jason Kels for right now. Potentially, if I don't like the abilities on that card, I will go out and get Creed Humphrey. But Jason Kels for right now will be our center. Right guard, we can make this short and sweet. I know he's 950k. I'm too lazy to do a set in game. So congratulations, whoever's getting this sale. I'm overpaying by probably around 100,000 coins. But Zach Martin, who feels like has a Team of the Year card every single goddamn year, but well deserved. I think he's been all pro first team for the past 3 or 4 years, so he will be our starting right guard. And then our starting right tackle, of course, going to be 98 overall Lane Johnson. I guess we aren't going to be able to run a legend theme team at all. We'll see where the overall is at. I'm expecting to have a 99 offense, 99 defense, although we've hit that before. Hopefully, I think running back might be the only position that might be in question, but we could use some strat cards to get that card. We'll, I guess, check back on Quentin Nelson. I'll throw him in. Check one more time. I'll throw in the Quentin Nelson sale or purchase once there's one thrown up for a reasonable price. First up, tight end. Now, you would think I would probably go with Travis Kelce. or George Kittle at the tight end position. But there's a card that I want to try out. I'm a big guy on speed, man. I don't really care about run blocking whatsoever on my tight end. I probably run 5 to 10 times a game. It's halfback base, and the tight end blocking doesn't really matter. Wow, this card has become expensive. Leon Sandcastle at tight end. I think I'm going to use the Combine Strategy item. So he'll have 98 speed at the tight end position, faster than I think the next fastest tight end by 2 speed or 1 speed. So we're going to use Leon Sandcastle as our starting tight end for right now. Receivers, though, going to be a little bit of a mixy situation because there's so many good receivers now in the game, Even old school players like an MVS just on your screen there. Still a really, really good card. You have cards from last week, Christian Watson and Julio Jones. If you use the Combine Strat item, they're going to be 6'3", 6'4", with 98 speed. So you can't go wrong with those cards. The first card I'm going to get, I think the best receiver dropped for Team of the Year is going to be Jamar Chase, one of 2 of the gritty boys that will release. Jamar Chase, 98 speed stock. That's the one thing. It's like, you can go with the 97 speed player with the +1 combine, +1 speed, and have him be taller, but why not just go 98 speed stock? So with that being said, I kind of want to pick up Julio and Christian Watson, but you know what? I'm just going to go get the newer cards, and I know everyone's probably running these cards, and like, yeah, this is cliche, this is a very boring team, but we're going to get Justin Jefferson, also with 98 speed, and I am a Chiefs fan, and although he's been traded, I still have a soft spot for Tyreek Hill, the first man with 99 speed in the game. There it is, beautiful, 99 speed. He is 5'9". We'll see if his height does affect his in-game play at all, but I used the 96 Tyreek Hill when that card first came out, and I had a blast with it. So Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and Jamar Chase, welcome to the squad. Running back also is going to be an interesting position because you would think, like, Eckler, Hines, Aaron Jones, CMC, 4 different options for Team of the Year, but I am not going to go with a Team of the Year running back. I'm actually going to pick up 2 running backs in this video. I want to make it a statement that I'm picking up these 2 running backs. The first one, I think still the best running back in the game. Not the best actually, I take that back. Not the best running back in the game because I think that's still Quadfather or Derrick Henry. But it is going to be CJ2K, the LTD. 98 speed stock on the card, tied with Leon Sandcastle. And then we get the comp. Or I think Leon might have 98 or 97 speed, but I'm going with Chris Johnson. LTD, 1.5 mil is definitely a lot to pay for a running back when we're probably going to get the next running back release is probably going to have 98 speed, and Chris Johnson's going to go to under 1 million coins, but that is that. And the other running back I want to get, and this was just unfortunate timing, one of my favorite Chiefs of all time, and that is Jamal Charles. There's only one up for 525k. I'm gonna pay my respects, even though this is overpaying. 525k for one of my favorite running backs of all time, Jamal Charles. He will back up and serve as a spell running back, I would say, for CJ2K. Really would have thought Jamal Charles, and I'll throw his stats up on the screen. I think he got hoed. I really think he should have 98 speed, one of the fastest running backs of all time. They're giving speed to 90. They're giving 97 speed to players like Adam Thielen, so why not give Jamal Charles 98 speed? And finally, for the fullback position, I could use Rob Gronkowski at fullback, but that does take away some chemistries on the team, and I'm going to pick up Kyle Juszczyk. Loved his team. Did he have a Team of the Year card? I think he had a Team of the Year card last year. Had a epic kick return on the pooch kick, of course, to win a game for me. So I have a lot of high expectations for this Kyle Juszczyk on kick and punt returns. Let's go see real quick if we can pick up. Still no Quentin Nelsons. I will once again, before I show my entire lineup, I will cue myself buying Quentin Nelson. All right, I went out and got my 94 overall pieces. We have all the pieces for this Quentin Nelson. Just imagine this is an 850k purchase. Quentin Nelson. Redeem that set real quick, and there we go. We have completed all our face value purchases for the squad. We'll cut to when I have the team fully in the lineup, chemistries, backups, and all that sort of thing. You guys don't want to watch it, so I'll be right back. And here we are. It took about an hour of tinkering with the chemistries, the strat cards that I wanted to get all the players to 99 overall. But here is the offense. You will notice some players in the background, like the Ryan Jensen, like the Teron Armstead, like the T. Higgins, and the 88 overall Dak Prescott. Those are all going to give, little tiny boosts. Red Tornado, the Terror, and yeah, and all that. But that is the lineup. Kelsey also, backup third tight end. We picked him up to get Chris Johnson actually to 99 overall. I had to run the on-the-move strategy. It was the only way to get him to 99 overall. Sprinter was not getting to him. to that mark. I also, for chemistries that I'm running, team of the year right now is set at 20. But just a clean even number, can't really get it to 25. And then legends is at 23 out of 40. I can't really get it to 25, nor does 25 even really do anything. I could potentially maybe get team of the year to 25, but that's kind of just +1 strength. I don't really care. It's not a necessity for this team. But yeah, that is the offense. Stabler, Chris Johnson, the 3 receivers. I have Justin Jefferson playing the slot for right now. And yeah, that is the offense. Moving over to the defense. A little bit more complicated. We picked up some players off screen. That was Bobby Wagner because Junior Seau actually didn't get up to 99 overall. So I had to pick up Bobby Wagner to move him at 99 overall. And then the other big change we made is Derwin James is going to be my user and Kirby Joseph is going to be my deep safety. And only because Derwin James gets secure tackler for 1 AP. And when you go up against Quadfather or Derrick Henry, secure tacklers are very, very important. The other thing too, Chris Jones just doesn't get good abilities at the defensive tackle position. So Haloti Ngata is actually going to be the starting defensive tackle. But yes, team of the year, legends, and then here are all the other little chemistries. We do have Kenny Clark and Isaiah Rodgers for the little motivator boost. That also does help with overall. I guess for strat item, the strat item I'm using is Eagles because the only player, and as well as the combine strat item 2 for Leon Sandcastle and Chris Johnson, the only player in my entire lineup that is not on the team of the year theme team or legend theme team is Darius Slay. So might as well boost Darius Slay. I have the Eagles theme team strategy item, so yeah, I threw that in the lineup. If you guys, oh wait, before we go into abilities, well, we're not going to go into abilities, but kicker and punter, Justin Tucker does hit 99 overall, and that is because of Dak Prescott, +1 awareness. If I can show the stats, there it is, +1 awareness. That does give Justin Tucker, get Justin Tucker up to a 99 overall, but, and I've tried everything. Tommy Townsend is down near impossible to get to 99. I've had the Chiefs strategy item. I've added up Chiefs chemistries. Yeah, he is impossible to get up to 99 overall. But that is the team, and you will notice there are a lot of abilities on the field. If you guys want to see the abilities as well as a gameplay, click the video on your screen.